1580 KGAL.
The following sports broadcast is an exclusive presentation of News Talk 1580 KGAL. Lebanon Warriors basketball is on the air. Today's game is brought to you by Economy Supply Building Center, Mama's Fine Italian, City and Suburban Electric, Lassen RV, Doug Phillips of Edward Jones, Power Honda, Stavros Auto Services, Ixtapa Mexican Restaurant, Linco Federal Credit Union, Burgerville, Crabtree Automotive, Walmart, H&R Block, Lynn Lanes, Willamette Community Bank, Leschwab Tires of Lebanon, Beans Kitchen, Like New Appliance, Lynn Benton Tractor, Wilson Motors, and by Canega Tire Factory. Now get ready for Warriors basketball with all the action. Here are Radio Ray and Scott Landgren live on 1580 KGAL.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to basketball tonight from Silverton High School. It's the Silver Foxes, the Warriors, and the Warriors. We are the last two. That would be Scott Landgren over there. I'm Radio Ray.
Yeah.
And we are Warriors tonight for a good reason.
Yeah, we are. I mean, it's not every day that you come into the number 3 team in the state's home court. It's senior night here. It's going to be a lot of emotion. And the Warriors coming in with only 2 conference wins. It's going to be tough. So we are definitely Warriors, but we are also Warriors tonight.
Tonight is the last game of the regular season. The Warriors will not be in the playoffs. Silverton will. They're one of the favorites in the state tournament.
Oh, yeah.
They are ranked number 3 right now by the OSAA, and they are undefeated in league play. You know, the league has pretty much played out the way that we said long ago, some 13 games ago when we started things up. Silverton and West appeared to be the 2 powers.
Yeah.
See how things turned out with them. Silverton wound up winning both games from West and pretty much dominating them. And then Corvallis and Crescent Valley always figure to have tough teams, maybe play out the top 4 position. And the bottom 4, Woodburn, Dallas, South Albany, and Lebanon. We'd hope maybe we could see the Warriors move up to a 5th place finish. That's not going to happen this year. They're tied with South right now with 2 wins in the basement. However, as we know, they have 3 wins. One of them forfeited against Woodburn.
Yeah.
But as we've said many times this year, regardless of what happens tonight, with those 3 wins in the league and 6 wins on the year, from what we've seen, from what we see of the junior varsity that made a great comeback tonight, lost by 1 point, 60-59. They had the ball with 16 seconds left, really did not get a good shot. Good look at the basket, missed a 3-point effort, well off the mark. The freshmen played well. We've seen them win many games. Whatever happens here tonight, and it might be ugly, we know that.
Yeah.
The future looks better.
It really does. I mean, if you look at last year, the Warriors had 2 conference wins, and that was better than the years prior. Because what was it, 2? Let me hear. Yeah, the 2 years before that, they had 0 wins. So slowly and steadily, they're getting better. Like you said, the JV has some players on it, some pieces that will probably be on the varsity next year, and the varsity has a lot of young pieces to it too. They only lose a couple seniors. They're going to be big people to try to, make new players fit in. But I think they're doing it. And I think if Kevin comes back next year, I wouldn't be surprised if they're finished in the middle of the pack. And we're going to go into games saying, well, hey, everything doesn't have to be aligned for the Warriors to get a win tonight. I feel like it's going to be more like, hey, the Warriors have a chance tonight. But it is funny how we said in the preseason that we thought that those 4 teams were going to be at the bottom and the Warriors would have a chance to beat them. Well, they technically have beaten every one. They beat Woodburn once, South once, and Dallas once. So, it's kind of funny how it worked out that way.
But tonight, it's Silverton.
Yeah, tonight's it's a different beast.
The Silver Foxes undefeated in league play at 13-0, 19-4 for the season. The Warriors 2-11 in the conference, as we say, actually 3-10 except for the forfeiture. 5-17 overall, actually 6-16 for the season, but for that forfeiture. However, it's the Silverton Foxes who are warming up right in front of us tonight. They're good. We'll tell you more about them in just a bit. We will take our first break of the evening from what is a crowded Silverton Gymnasium tonight for the senior night here, and that may have something to do with it.
That's true. It might.
There's a good crowd on both sides of the gym here this evening to watch the Foxes and the Warriors. You can hear that game tonight on KGAL.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Lynn Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E Tangent.
Taking a detour down a gravel road isn't fun for you or your tires. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, all of our car or pickup tires come with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Albany Burgerville is now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese on a toasted hoagie roll and the chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Welcome back to Silverton High School tonight. I'm Brady Ray along with Scott Landgren here in the final of the wrap-up of the season here in Silverton. Silver Foxes on the floor warming up in front of us. We have a nice position here, really. We are in the front row of the bleachers just behind the Warriors bench. And they have a nice little area here with a railing in front of one of the bleacher rows, allows a little more room between the railing and the bleacher itself to sit a little table. And as long as you sit very snugly up against this table.
So that's the only place there is room in this vantage point tonight.
And to get your knees, if both of us have our knees underneath, mine are against the little the hook for the table.
Mine are sort of faced inwards under the table here.
As long as you don't find a little bit of the pain in the knees and the butt.
It's really quite nice.
It's a good situation here. We can see the floor nicely tonight. Some of the things we may not want to see because the Foxes are very good. Zach Gengler may well be the player of the year. Didn't do much the first time the Warriors played the Silver Foxes at home. He disappeared quickly from the game, and we never really saw an injury to him. But when he came back at halftime, his foot was well wrapped.
Yes.
And it turned out that he came back for their next game, however, which I think was against West, or soon after that he was back. And he is on the floor warming up tonight. Unfortunately, he doesn't have that wrap on any longer. He may be the best in the league. Chad Sherwood has really added to his value in the last couple of weeks, starting really with the Warrior game, in which he hit 6 of 7 threes, hit 6 threes in the next game, was in the 20s in the next game, played well the other night in a victory over Corvallis. I suddenly think that maybe he's in the running for Player of the Year, Scott, because Zach Gengler did miss a couple of games. Sherwood did play the entire season, had a chance to sparkle many times over, and may wind up with more points than Zach Gengler for the season.
I would say that, yes, but I'm wondering, how much they emphasize stats and how much they emphasize the value to somebody's team. They're both very valuable to the team, but Silverton is undefeated in the league, including 2 wins over West Albany. I don't know if that would have any, indication, but I think those two are definitely head and shoulders above the rest of the league. And I wouldn't be surprised if it went to either of them because, like you said, they both have been outstanding all year.
I think it might be the matchup of the two, how they did in those games.
Yeah.
The first game, I'm sure that Zach Gengler dominated because Chad had a little bit of a slump in the beginning of the year. The second game, I'm not too sure. I know that Chad had a decent night, but the Silverton, of course, got the win. How about the players, the first-team all-conference? I certainly would name Zach Gengler, although we haven't really seen him. We know that he's good, and he may be the player of the year, so he's on.
Yeah.
I would nominate Toby Roth from what we saw the first time, the point guard of Silverton. I thought he played the best point in the league.
I think so, and he did it both ways. He distributed the ball very well, and when he was asked to score, he did. He ended up with, I think, 20-some points that first game, and I would agree that he's definitely one of the best in the league.
Chad Sherwood,
we saw, yeah.
Chad Sherwood from West. I would pick Marion Clark from what I saw at Corvallis. I don't know how he's done this throughout the season. That's a little tough to speculate.
Yeah.
I know he's had some low-scoring games, but from what we've seen, he certainly has the talent. I would put him on a first team. And I lost for a 5th player. We'll take a timeout and get one, all right?
Maybe Jalen Schlegel from West Albany. Jalen, the big guy down low. He does a lot of good things for him. And he's a sizable guy, so they can get the ball to him, rebounds, points, all that stuff. That'd be a good five.
That's true. I don't think we have a true center on the team yet.
Yeah,
maybe
so we need one of those.
All right. We'll take a break here. We're about 5 minutes away from game time. Again, the junior varsity game. Our JV team, the Warriors, put on a great run. They were down by 7 with a couple of minutes left. They got within a point, 16 seconds remaining. Silverton missed 2 free throws. The Warriors got the ball with 16 seconds. Timeout. They talked things over, but they just could not get a shot until about 2 seconds remaining. They put up a forced 3 and missed, but they fell just short tonight at 60 to 59. We can only hope that the varsity game could have that same kind of finish.
Yes.
Warriors with the ball with 16 seconds and a chance to win. That will be a lot to ask tonight against Silverton. We'll take this time out and be back at 1580 KGAL.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
Lassen RV in Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
KGAL.
Welcome back to Silverton High School tonight. On the wall at the far end where the Warriors are warming up right now, you see the huge box that is on the wall. Not only is that center court, but they have that tough-looking fox. It is a great caricature of a fox, don't you think so, with those teeth?
It's very cartoony, but it fits, I think. Yeah. And there's a bigger one over there on the wall with the whole body of the fox, not just the head of it. And you can, it's got this big biceps and stuff.
What is he, about 20 feet high?
Maybe more even. He's pretty tall.
Now, how many people would you say? Maybe about 30 feet.
Yeah.
Maybe about 5, 6 footers.
Because Ian Smith was standing over there, and he's 6'5", and he was barely to the knees of it. So I would say, maybe 20, 30 feet tall.
It's one big fox.
It's one big. We really need a video portion of our broadcast, Ray, to say all these things that we see.
That is on the wall. And around the gym, they have conference championships, various things. Girls basketball, 2008. So they were maybe the dominant team before West Albany took over in that regard.
I think so.
Boys basketball, conference championships, 1969, 2010, and
this year.
2013. They already have it up there.
Well, they did already clinch.
I know that, but that just seems still too premature.
I would agree. I would agree. But, hey, this has definitely been the year of the Silverton Foxes. They won the football championship. They won the basketball. I mean, look out for them in baseball. You never know.
I think if the Warriors win tonight, given the fact that it would be somewhat of a huge upset, right? It should count as 3 losses for them, and they should have to keep that signed out.
Okay, I see that. I'm sure West Albany would really appreciate that.
State championships. They won a wrestling state championship 1972. Girls basketball state champions in 1994. Wow. Girls golf state champions 1993. And boys basketball state champions in 1910. 1910. Wow. You know that their team takes a look at that because we've got a chance.
That's right. It happened before.
103 years would have passed.
Wow.
Since their last state championship.
Well, I'm sure they're thinking, hey, no better time than now to get another one.
Zach Gagler truly is one of the best players in the league. He'll be a player to watch tonight. What we were talking about earlier, Scott and I, we wondered, with the fact that they have already wrapped up the conference championship. They did it actually last week it was wrapped up. It became mathematically impossible for anyone to pass them. even 2 weeks ago, we already knew how things were going to go because of the schedule that they had and who they had already beaten. But you wonder if they might take it easy tonight. Now, they're not going to play for a while because they finishing at the top of the league and being number 3 in the state with the OSAA power rankings, they don't have to play until next Friday. That's a whole week.
Yeah, they get that.
You have the two trains of thought that we talked about, either to let them rest because you don't want to risk injury. They don't need a rest really because they're not playing for a week, but you don't want to risk injury, particularly Gengler and that ankle last time.
He got injured the first game, so.
On the other hand, you don't play for a week, so you want them to get in some action tonight because that's going to be a long time off if they don't play them.
I mean, they're not going to be playing a bad team in a week. They're going to be playing, the 9 through 24, whoever is the lowest of those teams. So, I mean, they could be like the 15th best team, so it's going to be a challenge.
But depending on which basketball theory they apply, may depend if they have a huge on the outcome tonight. It's not easy to stand up. We'll get our national anthem. I think we will take our final break as we do that tonight, our national anthem, back at KGAL.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Good, tasty food. That's why Bing's Kitchen has been a lunch and dinner favorite for over 40 years. Choose Chinese or American meals that can satisfy the entire family or a gathering of up to 40 people on the South Santiam Highway in Lebanon. Choose Bing's Kitchen, where the food simply tastes best.
Edward Jones specializes in helping individual investors achieve their personal investment goals. Hello, this is Doug Phillips, your Lebanon Edward Jones financial advisor. Please call me to set up an appointment so I can assist you in selecting investments and services that help meet your goals. Call me at 541-451-4000. Member SIPC.
Need tires? Hi, this is Don from Conegat Tire Factory. From lawnmowers to tractors, cars, and trucks, we have what you need. And Conegat Tire's ASE certified mechanics can help you with your brakes, shocks, struts, alignment, oil changes, and stuff you won't believe. Even propane for your barbecue and RV. Conegat Tire Factory, still at the Y in Lebanon.
1580 KGAL.
Young ladies, going first. We have to have a strategy to get back on the table. A young lady, a student from Silverton, singing the national anthem. By the way, I was talking about the conference championships. There are more banners. We're rather close to the entrance to the gymnasium, and there are more on the other side. There's a wall that juts out as you come into the gym. I'm not sure whether people can actually go up there or not, whether it be a little balcony area like at a theater. They have more conference championships banners over there, and that's probably where the football banner is.
That must be
from this season. So we were talking about the two strategies that might be applied tonight, either resting your players because you don't want them to get hurt and you know that they are going to have one game to play next Friday, and if they win that game, they go on to Matthew Knight Arena. They will be in the finals this year. Or whether you have to play those people because you don't play for a week. You're not going to get a lot of basketball all of a sudden. And which theory would you use?
Well, I would use the theory that you would want. I would think I would want to play my starter. And, maybe not the whole game, but for a while. Oh my, Ronald McDonald is out on the court, right? Wow, Ronald McDonald. Ronnie is here, and he's hugging. Oh, he's shaking Zach Gingler's hand.
Is he getting a start tonight?
I thought he might be. Wow.
I'm not sure. They have just given Zach Gingler a plaque. I'm not sure. I didn't hear what that was for.
You got a year's supply of Big Macs, though. I didn't hear that.
Maybe they are giving something to each of the seniors tonight. That may be. They may have a plaque for all of the seniors this evening. There's no question that they will start, but the question becomes how long.
I would play them as long as physically possible because it's a big game next week. Next week, it's win or go home. I mean, there's no... you got to win them all. So I want my players to be sharp.
You're going to leave the best players in a good deal of time tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like you. I don't want you to coach so much.
I mean, unless the game were to get out of control, which it probably will. But
I want you to tell me you'll bring players up for the junior varsity because it doesn't matter tonight. You may as well give them some experience for next year. That's what I want to hear.
Well, sorry, that's not what I did.
All right, I wouldn't do it either. I know we're going to see the starters. The question may be how long it be. For the Warriors, here's Isaac Johnson. Terrific freshman season for the Warriors. Has gotten better throughout. The main thing has been the ball handling and the assist. Once he hits that outside shot, he'll be a real force. And he may be a player of the year a couple of years. Jim Maddox, starters for the Warriors. C.J. Hargis. C.J. Hargis, 6'1" junior. Kendall Leopard, 6'2" senior. And I didn't catch the last one. He was the fifth one out. I didn't see him come out. Didn't hear him either.
We'll see.
Isaac Johnson, 6'3" freshman. Jim Maddox, a 6'3" senior. Starters tonight for the Warriors. And a good lineup of students. There will be important enough students on both sides of the bench, so when the players come out from Silverton, are they going to go all the way down to the other end?
I would assume so.
That means they'll go from one side of the court to the other.
This is, it's kind of interesting. It's supposed to be senior night. They really didn't do much with the senior.
Joe Schaefer is the forward. He is 6'6", 175 pounds. He will be the tallest man on the floor tonight. Zach Kingler, number 5. We talked about his capability. 6'2", 175 pounds. Senior and quite a player. Great shooter. Trevor Bledsoe is a senior. They will start all the seniors tonight. He is 6'6". Matches Joe Schaefer. There's Preston Kirk. I love the name. Sergeant Preston and Captain Kirk, two of my favorite television characters. And Toby Ross, a 6'2" senior. He is their point guard. Preston Kirk, one of the guards, 6'2", also a senior. They are 5 seniors. They are 5 very capable seniors. Question is, how long will they start tonight? Coach Langren says we'll keep them in forever. I say 2 minutes.
2 minutes forever.
2 minutes to get them out of there.
Just saying, I would want them to play and stay sharp. There's going to be a week layoff. You don't want them to have something wrong.
The Warriors will be in their blue road uniforms with the red striping, and Silverton in their white uniforms, the gray lettering. And they will be in jump in the mid-circle. Jim Maddox and Joe Schaefer. Ball tipped Maddox to Johnson and then into the hands of Zach Kingler, or rather to Kendall Leopard. Kendall with the ball in the right wing tonight. Into Hargis. Hargis underneath. In the paint. Tries a bounce pass to Maddox and it will go out of bounds. First Warrior turnover. They were numerous the other night. Were there about 16 at each and a half, 16 and 15, I think, 31 for the game.
That was it. Too many, Ray.
Well, at least there was equality there. Consistency.
I guess you could look at it that way.
Kingler down low for Bledsoe. Back outside to Zach Kingler. Got to get this the right level on our microphone here tonight. Zach Kingler was the left-hand dribble and guarded by Isaac Johnson, almost knocked away by McConnell. They try to go into the middle. It is on the floor. It's going to be the first scramble of the night. It should be the first possession arrow of the night, and we can't actually see that here.
It will be Silverton.
Where it will go. Silverton will keep possession. Silverton will be right in front of us. We're just behind the Warrior bench. And the entrance to the gymnasium will be the offensive end. Shot by Preston Kirk is no good. The rebound, no, comes to the 6'6" Joe Schaefer. Schaefer and hitting the shot is Toby Roth, who is wearing 23. I was trying to figure that out, Scott. Yeah, I'm confused by that. He is 21 on the roster. He's wearing 23 tonight. And Toby Roth gets the 3. He was good the first time we saw him. He was really impressive. Here's a steal by Kingler. Steals the ball away from McConnell. McConnell fouls him from behind and fouls him hard. Zach Kingler with the steal.
Another turnover for the Warriors, number 2.
So the first foul of the game, and that will have Silverton inbounding right in front of the Warrior bench. Into Gangler. He will try a three from the baseline. Left side, no good. Rebound comes to McConnell. McConnell to Maddox. He's over to the basket, puts up a shot, blocked over the top of the basket.
They said he just lost it.
Whoa. So no block. The ball just went over the top of the basket. That really got out of his hands in that case. It got a little smile. I guess it did. Just lost control. Had a good look at the basket and somehow trying to switch hands perhaps left to right hand and shoot. The ball just flew up over the top of the basket.
Yeah.
Silverton ball. Preston Kirk with a shot, three-point shot, no good. Still 3-0 Silverton, almost a couple of minutes gone. McConnell for Hargis on the left wing. DJ to the dribble. Back to McConnell, playing out near the center of the floor. Guarded by Zach Gengler. Isaac Johnson, left side, starts to drive, pulls up. Guarded by Toby Ross. His pass is stolen. Down the floor comes Gengler, and Gengler is blocked by TJ Hargis. Waited to see the call by the official. He said he got all ball. TJ's pass intended for Jake McConnell was stolen away. Another Warrior turnover, and they are numerous already here in the first couple of minutes. 6:06 remaining first quarter. Trevor Bledsoe takes the inbound pass. Gengler now from the right side, and he hits the three. There it is, 6-0. A couple of threes, one by Toby Roth, one by Zach Gengler, and I would put them both on the all-conference first team.
Yeah.
And they hit the threes. Here's Kendall Leopard driving along the baseline, puts a shot up off the glass, no good. The rebound comes to Ian Smith. Ball fought for off of Ian Smith out of bounds. Silverton saves it. They get it into Toby Roth. He will run quickly up court. Roth bounce pass underneath. Shot is up. No good. That was by Preston Kirk. Kirk fights for the rebound. Steals it away from between Hargis and Leopard. Underneath the Gengler. And into Bledsoe. Gengler to Bledsoe. Some good passing. A nice underhanded dish from Gengler to Bledsoe. Bledsoe puts it up and in. It saves nothing. Warriors will call timeout, and so will we. 5:28 remaining in the first quarter. 8-0 Silverton, and we will be back.
You'll always get your money's worth where the food is fresh and original at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Roberto and his staff will provide a fun and affordable dining experience. So visit Ixtapa on the corner of Highway 20 and Wheeler Street, where parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet.
At Walmart, you'll find lower prices always. That's their pledge to you. And now with the Walmart Superstore, that means you'll find lower prices on just about anything that might possibly be on your shopping list. Walmart, bringing you what you want. Lower prices.
1580 KGAL.
Never seen that fox in the hallway. There's an animal just under there. It's a fox. We got one down at the bottom of the road, the Cheshire Mansion. Zach Short. By Zach Short of the ball game as they go to the bench for the Warriors to let you know the Warrior 5. Zach Short really had to elevate that ball to get it in, and he did. Nice pass down low to Schaefer. No good. Rebound Kirk. He tips it back up. No good. And the ball is still belongs to Silverton. Knocked out of bounds by the Warriors. Zach Short is in the ballgame along with Chad Nissen, Jake McConnell, Kendall Leopard, and Ian Smith. Here's Zach Gengler. Gengler driving against Smith. Pulls back. Gets a little bit of a screen. Now starts inside again and trips over the feet of Jake McConnell. And Jake will have a foul. Jake has come to the bench, and Isaac Johnson will head in.
That's big. You know, he's been playing really good defense all year.
2 fouls, both of them on Jake. 4:49 remaining in Silverton again with the ball. Here's Gengler from the corner. 3-point effort, no good. Rebound to Bledsoe at 6'6". And to try to strip the ball from him, and that may be a foul on Isaac. I may pick up his first. Isaac Johnson will pick up the 3rd Warrior foul, his initial foul of the game. Still none for Silverton. Almost to the midway point of the first quarter. Here's Toby Roth. Little jumper for 2. No good. Rebound tip from Schaefer. Bledsoe tips it. And we'll have another foul, and that may be over the back on Trevor Bledsoe. So they will get their first foul of the night, and the Warriors will get the ball trailing 8-2. Isaac Johnson will inbound at backcourt. No pressure yet from Silverton, but nice going, Coach Langford. They still have all their first straight players in, and they're hitting well.
They do.
Here's Zach Short. Zach Short out high on the right wing. Chad Nissen down low right side. Chad has the ball stolen from behind by Gengler. Gengler to the basket. And I think he simply lost the handle. I don't know if Kendall Leopard was trying to get a hand in there.
I think Chad Nissen ended up getting a hand and knocked it out of bounds.
And one of them knocked it out because Gengler is going to inbound on a bounce pass to Bledsoe. Outside for Toby Ross. Bledsoe right in the paint. Missed the shot, got the rebound. A wild pass to Schaefer. Schaefer goes to his knees, and they'll call him for a travel. And the Warriors will get it back down by 6. So they could get a little run here. They were down 8-0. It's 8-2.
Well, I mean, Silverton's missing a lot of close shots near the basket right now. I'm a little bit surprised that they're missing so many, but Warriors need to take advantage right now.
Here's Isaac Johnson with the ball. Isaac starts to drive into the paint. Turns, dishes across court for Kendall Leopard. Leopard on the right side. Kendall looking for somebody underneath. Goes to the dribble. He'll put up a 2-point shot. No good from the baseline. Rebound. Silverton. Long out that pass to Schaefer. All alone. And not going to miss that one. Wondering if the 6'6" Schaefer might try to dunk. He did not. Settled for the glass. And it's 10-2 Silverton. Here's Leopard. Right side. Outside to Isaac Johnson. Johnson will try for 3. It is off the mark. No good. And the rebound to Joe Schaefer. Schaefer to Gengler. And here they come again. Gengler down court. Shot up no good. Rebound to Schaefer. Schaefer is fouled underneath, and he will be fouled by Ian Smith. In the ballgame, Jack Gould missed the first shot. He's in the game. First time for Silverton. Ian Smith will pick up the 4th Warrior foul. And going to the line will be Joe Schaefer. All 6'6" of him.
Yeah.
And the first shot is no good. We invite you to stop by the Archery Hut in Lebanon for anything you might need in archery, even for the beginners. Lessons from Master Archer John Stone. The Archery Hut just past the Moose Lodge on Crowfoot Road. Perhaps the last time this year I can remind you to stop in and see those trophies. He hunts all over the world. Shot is good. Second free throw makes it 11-2. 9-point advantage, largest game so far for Silverton. And the inbound pass off the hands of Tyler Romeo. Out of bounds right into the Warrior bench. And Silverton will take it again. Right in front of us, number 5. You can see it on the back of Zach Gengler. Inbound. Preston Kirk gets it back. Gengler with the ball. Cross court for Toby Ross. Down low the other side of Zach Gould. Into Schaefer. Schaefer to the basket. Knocked away by Ian Smith. That time he got the block. And Smith got the ball to Kendall Leopard of course. Kendall. Whoa. With an elbow into Zach Gould. No call there. C.J. Hargis passed down to Leopard. Leopard on the left side. He starts to drive into the paint. And
okay.
I'm not sure what happened.
It looked like he kind of lost it and then threw it up out of desperation, but I guess they say the Silverton player touched it.
He ran into Toby Ross.
I bet he couldn't do it again if he tried.
I would think one way or the other there might have been a foul, but no foul. But Warriors will inbound. Isaac Johnson has a pass knocked away. Knocked to Gengler. Gengler bounce pass. Beautiful. The Preston he puts it up. A beautiful lead bounce pass from Zach Gengler right on the hands of Ross, who was down court. Couldn't have placed it any better. A foul will be on Zach Gengler as the Warriors bring it down to the other end. That's his first and the second team foul. Warriors have 4. 2:49 remaining first quarter. 13-2. Gengler again shows the ability. That was a beautiful pass.
He's pretty much the all-around player that you want. Passing, rebounding, and scoring.
At full speed, Preston Kirk, that ball was right on his hands, right where he could just grab it and put it in. Here's Kendall Leopard, straight away to the basket. Kendall will start a drive. He gets inside, puts the layup just a little bit short. Ian Smith gets the rebound. He tries to put it up, and he is fouled. The ball does not go, but a nice job of charging for the rebound. And he will go to the line for 2. Ian Smith, and we're almost even in fouls here at 3 suddenly. The last 3 on Silverton, the first 4 in the game.
That's good.
Committed by the Warriors. As Ian Smith does not get the first free throw. Your Steel and Husqvarna headquarters in the Valley, Cascade Outdoor Power Equipment. You will find them near the airport on Airway Road in Lebanon, between Airport Road and Oak. I'm still very pleased with the work that they did on my chainsaw. Coming in, great use of the Cheshire Mansion. Shot no good. Kendall Leopard got the rebound, tipped it to himself. Leopard playing on the left side, right in front of the box over there. He stands on the sideline.
Never seen it before.
Right behind Kendall. Kendall starts the drive. Dishes back outside for Nissen for 3. Nissen for 3. No. Off the iron. Tipped by Schaefer. finally into the hands of Zach Gould. Up court, Toby Roth. He tries a long pass for Schaefer. And Ian Smith into the hands of Ian. Now it's knocked away from behind. But committing the foul is Ian Suchic's in the game. Just checking in for Silverton. And he will commit the first foul, and we're suddenly even at 4.
Well, that's good. I was beginning to worry that the Warriors were going to commit their 7 really quick and send Silverton to the line, but even it out.
Jim Maddox will check in for Kendall Leppard, Chad Nixon, Tyler Romeo, C.J. Hargett, Ian Smith, and Tim Maddox in for the Warriors. Nixon will take the ball in backcourt, now into front court against Sucic. Pulls up, pass to Romeo. Give and go to C.J. Hargett. Hits the bottom of the backcourt on the layup. Got too far underneath. Gengler wants to run. Pass to Toby Roth. Beautiful. Again, a beautiful bounce pass from Gengler. This time on the run. Gengler intercepts the pass, and he will take it to the basket against Nixon, and it is knocked away. Out of bounds, and Silverton will keep it. Another steal for Gengler. He's got a couple of steals in the game for Gengler.
Making it look too easy right now, right?
So Zach Gengler will inbound, and there is a foul, and that one on Chad Nissen. Maybe they'll give them 4. As the Warriors picked up the initial first 4 since foul. Silverton had 4. Now the Warriors pick up their 5th. And Chad Nissen, his first. Gengler with the ball on the right side. Starts to drive against Hargett. Drives in, kisses it for Sucic for 3. He's got it. 18-2.
A straight ball movement, right? Find the open guy.
18-2. Here's Tyler Romeo. Starts to drive along the baseline. Down there. Throws it out of bounds, but getting it, having it before it went out of bounds. Guess who's there? It's Zach Gengler. Into front court. Behind his back dribble. Crowd gets a little oohs and ahs. He backs away for a jumper. No good. Rebounded Tyler Romeo.
That's a nice move for
him. Here comes Zach Short. Tries to find Ian Smith, but it's knocked away by Joe Schaefer. Actually, Zach Gould, 24. But it goes off his hands and into the crowd. So the students, and just as they do in most of the arenas now, the students who have that one section on the far side of the floor from us in the far end are standing throughout the game.
Well, they got a lot to cheer about right now.
Zach passes it to Kendall. Under 1 minute to go. Kendall on the dribble. Back to C.J. Hargett in the center of the court. Sitting across the straight on the far side where that's got to be hot. That is some uniform. Here's Isaac Johnson along the baseline. Tries to pass it to Zach Shorter. Is knocked away by Silverton and into the hands of Toby Roth. 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pass underneath Trevor Bledsoe at 6'6". He puts it in 20-2.
Well, they're just getting everything to fall now, aren't they?
In the first quarter. Here's Kendall Leppard on the right side. He'll try to drive the baseline. Zach Gould cuts him off and puts good defense on him. There's a little banging there. The crowd wanted to foul on Gengler, or rather on Kendall Leppard. Here's Ian Smith down low for Hargis. He'll try to get a shot up, and Zach Gould, no, it's Trevor Bledsoe, is called for the foul. So that will be the 5th foul, and C.J. Hargis will get 2 shots out of this foul in the act of shooting. C.J. was on the line, 9.9 seconds remaining. The first time the two teams met, the first quarter was 19-10.
Yeah, definitely much better.
And it's 20-2 tonight.
Yeah.
C.J. does not hit. It is in. It is out. That was Zach Gould's first foul. 5 fouls apiece in the game. Isaac Johnson back in the game. Shot by C.J. is good. Second free throw along with Zach Short, C.J. Hargett, Kendall Leppard, and Ian Smith.
They finally get off that 2 Schneid.
5 seconds. Gengler will drive, puts up a 2-point shot at the buzzer.
You can't guard that, right?
Beautifully done. A little forward movement, then a step back. Get him a little space from the defender. Beautiful jump shot just inside the arc. Left side of the floor. 22-3. Silverton shows why they are the number 3 ranked team in the state, why they are undefeated in league. And I would think it's 14-0 when the night is done. You're going to say that now.
Oh, yeah.
19-point advantage after one. 22-3. Silverton will be back on KGAL.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
Has your stove lost its heat? Is your fridge or freezer no longer cold? Does your washer leave soap in your clothes, or has your dryer stopped tumbling? Then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 259-1131, of course. Like New Appliance, where every appliance shines like new.
Lynn Lane's in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
The place to bowl is Lynn Lane's Bowling Center on South Main Road in Lebanon. And the people are real nice. And the Head Pin Restaurant, I'd go there even if the bowling alley wasn't attached.
Good family fun. Bowling.
KGAL.
Second quarter begins Warrior possession. C.J. Hargis finds Kendall Leppard on the left side, just in front of the box. Over there working the student section. Here's Maddox on a drive to the basket. His shot partially blocked. Tipped into the hands of Bledsoe. Now tipped out of bounds, and it will go to Silverton. Last touch by Tim Maddox. So Silverton will get the first possession, leading by 19 after the first quarter, 22-3.
Well, you know, I try to find something that Silverton did wrong in the quarter, but I just can't find anything, Ray.
A shot by Preston Kirk, about 5 feet from the basket. Elevates, hits 24-3. Jake McConnell, Isaac Johnson. Isaac spins, turns, can't get a shot off. Throws to Ian Smith, almost lost, but C.J. Hargis is behind EJ to retrieve it. Now C.J. starts to drive in the middle, dishes it down low, passes up for anyone to grab, and it is grabbed by Cole Chandler of Silverton. Down the court, Gengler switches hands, left hand to right, backs up. Now passes off. The shot no good, and there's a 32 in the game, and we don't have a 32 on the roster either, so I'm not sure who that is.
It's starting to get some JV players in here.
Possibly so. So it's happening quick. We talked about that before the game. Here's Isaac Johnson with a little floater in the paint. Won't go. Rebound. Silverton.
But Gengler's still in there, Ray.
Yeah, he is. Gengler pulls up for three. No. Off the iron. No good. Rebound. Retrieved by C.J. Hargis. Long down court pass to McConnell. He's got it to the basket. Puts it up. No good. Could not get the layup. And it is out of bounds, and it will be out of bounds to...
I think they're calling it a foul.
It is a foul.
Jonas Dahl is 32.
Oh, Jonas Dahl is wearing 32 rather than 2 tonight. All right.
Yeah, he's not a JVer though, Ray.
No, he is on the varsity. Usually wears number 2.
Yep.
Number 3. Here's CJ from the side for 3. Off the side iron, no good. And the rebound comes to Zach Gengler. Gengler gets by McConnell, and he takes care of it. He switched from the right hand to the left hand to try to get by Jake McConnell. He did, but he pulled the ball over and palmed it. A carry. And at midcourt, C.J. Hargis will inbound.
He does a lot of things well, but that was pretty obvious, Ray.
Nice body movement to get around McConnell.
Well, yeah. It was if it wasn't,
if he had carry. They swing the ball. The Warriors do to the left side. Jake McConnell drives to the basket. His layup was a little bit short off the bottom of the iron, and the rebound again comes to Silverton. They've got numerous rebounds tonight. Jonas Dahl shows a little bit of talent in the backcourt. Isaac Johnson on him, but then quickly comes back into front court, and Silverton brings it up. Here, Gengler gets a little bit of a screen. Zach backs up with the left hand. Bounce pass for Schaefer. Schaefer starts to drive to the basket. Tim Maddox gets the block, but Bledsoe gets the rebound. He'll pull up for 2. No good. Let's see who gets the rebound. Again, Schaefer is in there for the rebound, and he is fouled from behind. I'm not sure who clipped him. A couple of Warriors from nearby. Let's see who is standing behind. That would be Ian. So Ian was obviously, he was one of those in there. Where would he be? Down court, he committed the foul.
He was on the bench. He committed the foul.
Was he?
That was it.
All right. That is his second. It is the 6th foul of the game, and Joe Schaefer will miss the shot. Tim Maddox will come out.
Schaefer 1 of 2 at the line earlier.
And Schaefer hits. Kendall Leppard back in the ball game. Passes to C.J. Hargis, who will slowly, casually bring the ball up court into front court. Passes it to Ian Smith, playing out high post. Not going to take a shot from there. McConnell on the left wing, guarded by Preston Kirk. Gets a little bit of a screen, starts down low. Bounce pass out to Johnson. The shot for 3 is good. He hits the 3, 25-6. Silverton with the lead.
different way. They desperately needed that one.
Schaefer for three. No, off the iron. McConnell with the rebound. Here he comes up court. McConnell with the right hand and dribble. Will he take it all the way? No, he stops. Feeds Hargis on his way into the paint. Left-handed hook is good. Beautiful shot. Turn-around hook shot by C.J. Hargis. A spin move and turned it to the left hand and used the left hand on a hook. 25-8. Preston Kirk outside. Buck. Cross court for Kirk. He's open for three. Yes. Preston Kirk. 28-8. Silverton. 4:42 remaining. Second quarter. C.J. Hargis. Started by McConnell on the far side, and McConnell hits for three. 28-11.
It's nice to see the Warrior offense woke up after that 3-point first quarter. Excuse me.
And
Ian over the back there.
Pass comes in intended for Trevor Bledsoe, and Ian Smith tried to knock it away, but instead went over the back.
Well, he did knock it away, but he also, climbed over the back of.
He certainly did. He's got to get up there because Trevor Bledsoe is one of the two 6'6" players. Schaefer the other one. And Bledsoe will go to the line because it is the 7th foul on the Warriors, 6 on Silverton. It's not like Silverton will be alone for a long time at the free throw line, one would think.
No.
Shot is good, and there will be a second shot coming up for Trevor Bledsoe. Trevor sets again, and he gets a good spin. It looked like that spin was coming back out. It did not, and it's 30-11. Silverton on top, 4:20 in the second quarter. Here's Chad Nissen. Is going to the floor is Toby Roth, but Toby will pick up a foul.
No, that's offensive on the Warriors.
Oh, my.
I believe it would be McConnell with the screen.
Jake McConnell.
That'll be 3 on him. That's not good.
That's not good.
No.
Great defense from Jake McConnell. You'd like to see him get a lot of minutes in this game.
And, it's his senior, his last road game, I'd like to see him play a little on. Unfortunately, he's got 3 fouls.
So Colson Shank comes in the game as Jake goes to the bench. Here's Joe Schaefer. Schaefer hands it to Zach Bull right in front of us and right in front of Coach Johnson, who stands and exhorts the players. Schaefer bounce pass outside for Toby Roth. He pulls up for 3. Got it. Oh, not much room. Tyler Romeo was on him. I don't think Tyler thought he was going to shoot from there. He didn't get the hands up, and he had quick release. Got it. Here's Johnson to the outside. No good in the rebound at Colson Shank. Puts it back out to Kendall Leopard for 2, and Kendall hits just inside the circle, all of which is painted, by the way. When you say the paint, it could mean a big, big area here at Silverton.
That's true, it is.
Bounce pass for Zach Gould along the baseline. Jumper no good. Rebound is tipped outside to Joe Schaefer. Inside to Preston Kirk. A jump shot for 2 just to the left end of the free throw line. 35-13. Preston Kirk hits.
Kirk's having a good quarter, 7 points.
Here's Colson Shanks. Colson, one bounce and then a pass outside for Romeo. Swings it to the left for Chad Nissen. Nissen guarded by Toby Roth. Goes down low to Johnson. Johnson wraparound layup won't go. Was a little bit too close to that right side of the basket to hit the bottom of the rim. On the other end, Toby Roth on a dish. And let's see if Toby Roth will get the...
Wow, offensively, it's
23. It is on Toby. I never saw the official come over and indicate the foul.
Well, the far one did.
Did he? He must have been there before I saw him.
Yeah.
When I looked over, I never saw an official come to the table. But it is on Toby Roth. He tried a good pass underneath, but he also knocked down one of the Warriors.
I mean, throwing a towel.
I wonder where that came from.
It came from the guy in the...
Yes. It came from the scorer's table because they're wiping up some perspiration.
He chucked it.
I was hoping that was not a disagreement with the call by Coach Darren Schreier.
Would have been interesting to see what would have happened if it was him.
Colson Shanks will give the ball to C.J. Again, a very casual dribble into the front court. No pressure by either team in the backcourt tonight. The Warriors had numerous turnovers early in the game, but it wasn't really pressure. It just some casual passing.
You're much better in the second quarter taking care of the ball.
Ball knocked Knocked out of bounds by Silverton. C.J. Hargis inbounds, and then Chad Nissen has it on the left side of the court. Back to C.J. right side. He tries underneath Leopard. Leopard triple team. Now across court for Nissen. Nissen to Hargis, and they'll start all over again. Back to Chad on the left side. Down low left side to Romeo. Back to Chad. Goes across court instead, intercepted by Gengler. Here's Gengler to the basket. Does a nice, with the right hand. Trying to get that shot up. It takes a little bit long to get down court. He's still commiserating. Look at the look on his face.
Yeah.
He knows somebody that people are watching, and he shouldn't miss that shot. But he should also not worry about it. He should get down court immediately. I'll take away his first team privileges.
There you go. That's right. You can't sulk about it. I mean, it was a contested layup. It wasn't exactly a gimme by any means.
There is a foul that is called on Toby Ross, and that will be his third foul of the game.
Wow.
And it is the 8th foul. We're even at 8 fouls, and so the Warriors get to go to the line here.
Chad.
2 minutes, 11 seconds remaining. Chad Nissen in and out, no good. And the rebound will come to Matthew Willis. Here's Gengler. Gengler down low for Schaefer. Schaefer bounce pass back to Zach. Zach guarded by Tyler Romeo. Cross court for Ian Susic for 3. Hit one earlier. Doesn't hit this one. Several hands up for the rebound. The hands that grab it belong to Kendall Leopard. Leopard in the paint. Actually, that would be the paint just inside the circle.
Yeah, it is paint, though.
This is the 2-point shot. It's black. It's beautifully done.
Yeah.
Here's Zach Gengler with the shot, and he is fouled. That area is beautifully done. It's a shining black that is inside the 3-point circle all the way to the baseline, of course. And then there is a huge basketball that goes equally on the free throw line, just inside the free throw line, and then out to the top of the circle. And it's inside right at the middle of that basketball. It's where Zach Gengler stands for a free throw, and he missed it. Talking to himself as he steps back.
Well, I anticipate him to be a very good free throw shooter. This team was 18-21 in the first meeting as a team, so
he takes a deep breath, and this one looks better than it is. 36-13. Silverton with the lead, and 1:36 remaining in the second quarter. Warriors with the ball. Tyler Romeo has the ball snatched by Ian Sucic. It's on the floor. Battled. Sucic comes up with it, so he gets the steal. Down court to Gengler. Gengler. Bounce pass back to Sucic. Puts a fake on Colton Shanks. Instead of taking the shot, dishes it back outside for Gould. In the corner for Sucic for 3. Got it.
I remember in the first game, he was doing the exact same thing. Draining trees. The player off the bench to have.
Second 3 for him tonight, and the lead is 39-13. Warriors get it down to Kendall Leopard. Leopard puts it up and in. So Kendall Leopard, Luke Elliott in the game. He got the assist on that on a nice pass. Here's a shot by Matthew Willis, and Matthew is fouled, and that one may be the first on Kendall, who was on that side. That will be his first, and that's good. We've seen a lot of games in which he's picked up numerous fouls earlier. He's got some big men under there. 6'6" Bledsoe, 6'6" Schaefer, and Matthew Willis is 6'5". He hits his first free throw, and Kendall Leopard will take a spell. Tim Maddox will come in for the Warriors as Matthew Willis sets. He is a junior, 205 pounds, and 6'5".
That's a good sizable guy there.
Hits both free throws. 41-15. Hargis loses his defender, puts up a 3-point shot, no good, and the rebound will come to the 6'6" Schaefer. Schaefer up court for Gengler. Gengler guarded by Luke Elliott. Bounce pass to Sucic. Back to Gengler. Elliott again on him. Cross court. They'll come back to Gengler. Gengler may be open. He starts to drive. Loses the handle momentarily. Now gets it back. Dribbles into the right corner, down low, underneath the Schaefer. Nobody's taking the shot. Schaefer with a jump shot. They wipe it off and trap him. So 19 seconds remaining. It's 41-15. It's not as bad a quarter. 19-12 in the quarter.
Yeah.
Here's C.J. Hargis. C.J., 10 seconds left. Bounce pass into Tyler Romeo. Romeo is tied up, but will There will be a foul called. Joe Schaefer will have his initial foul and the 19th foul. Only 8 seconds left, but the Warriors have 10 fouls, so Silverton would be in a double bonus should they be fouled one more time. Tyler Romeo will go to the line, and he does not hit the one he wants, but Maddox gets the ball. It's on the floor, and it should be a possession arrow coming up here. And finally, they will signal the possession arrow, and that will belong to Silverton. 3 seconds left, 3.8. Almost 4 seconds to get off the shot. It would be time, but let's see. The Warriors will put some pressure in backcourt here. Not that much. Here's Gengler in the front court. Gengler pulls up for a three-point shot at the buzzer. Too long, no good. Gengler doesn't look that happy as he walks off the floor. His shoulder's a little bit slumped. You hate to see that from someone that has that kind of talent. You know?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely hasn't had a great game tonight, but, you know, it's okay. You don't have to. Your team's up 41-15, right? You don't have to.
Well, don't get him upset.
I don't want to get him upset, but I mean, I'm saying even if you're not having a good game, he should be caring about what the team is doing and the fact that they're up 41-15 at the half.
Absolutely. I'm watching the body language. I find that interesting because he's obviously a great player.
Yeah.
You can see the way he handles the ball on the dribble. He can dribble, he can shoot, he can rebound, and he can steal. He's got several steals in the game. But I'm watching the body language after a couple of misses. He missed the layup. He missed the two throws. He missed that last shot.
Yeah.
You can see that he's a little bit down rather than immediately charging the boards for a rebound.
Yeah.
Or trying to get back into position to guard somebody. But that said, it's 41-15 at the half.
You know, the bigger picture is that they're up 41-15.
Looking for something to criticize.
Yeah, that's just you, right?
41-15 at the half. Silverton with the better of things. 1 half down tonight. We'll be back with the halftime stats at 1580 KGAL.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda superstore.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Lynn Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E Tangent.
Serving the Mid-Valley for 37 years with collision, mechanical, glass, and RV repair, Pacific Auto Services is now Stavros Auto Services. Same people, same commitment to excellence. You've got their name on it. Call Stavros Auto Services at 541-926-7248.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Well, it is really not a shock that Silverton is up at the half, 41-15. Wanted to see what the Warriors could do tonight, hope for a good showing, but Silverton really is a very quality ball club, best in the league, one of the best in the state, ranked number 3 right now in those OSAA power rankings, and certainly a team to be reckoned with in the state championship. The West Albany Bulldogs beat the Warriors badly the first time they played by 51 points. And we assumed at that time that maybe West Albany was the better of the two teams with Silverton, but Silverton got the better of them and really were never headed in those games. A comfortable lead of about 10 points in each of those ball games. Silverton proved themselves certainly to be the quality team of the league, and they're showing it here tonight. 41-15 at the end of the first half. For a complete fitness experience, may we remind you about Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness. If it was one of your New Year's resolutions to get yourself in shape, do it at Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness anytime you choose. Open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Look for Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness on Sherman Street in Lebanon. And a reminder again about the Booster Club as the school year heads into the final 3 months. It's not that long right now. And you have all of those final senior events, many events at the latter half of the year. They need as many parents as they can get to assist. If you have any time at all to get to Lebanon High School, please do it by becoming a member of the Lebanon High School Booster Club. Call the office for information. I don't know how many times I have mentioned this during the years, Have you ever listened to me out there in Radioland? Do it tonight. They really do need a lot of bodies in it. I think the main fear always is if you sign up, I got to give a lot of time. That's not true. If you can assist in any one of the many activities, it's not just sports, it's every activity in school. Yeah, do it. Lebanon High School Booster Club. All right, let's take a time out here at halftime as they have a court. It's kind of like a football game. I haven't seen this at the basketball game. Is this a...
Well, I did see a banner. Walked in that there was going to be a dance tonight.
Oh, there is.
Some sort of court dance.
Usually a dance, I guess, probably the senior night. That would make sense. We'll take our time out here at halftime tonight with Silverton on top, 41-15. You're listening to Warrior Basketball at 1580 AM KGAL.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Albany Burgerville is now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese on a toasted hoagie roll and the chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
Taking a detour down a gravel road isn't fun for you or your tires. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, all of our car or pickup tires come with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
KGAL.
Welcome back here to Silverton High School. We do have a dance tonight, and have a number of students who are lined up, and they're getting various things. I think they may have just chosen the king and the queen, because the queen just got a, what do you call that, a beret? Beret? Beret.
Well, it's some sort of tiara, right?
The tiara, that's the word I'm looking for. It's a tiara.
I get paid big bucks for these kind of things, right?
And the king got a cheap hat.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was funny, though. They had a group of students, and they were all couples lined up across, and the fox was lined up with one of the boys, one of the senior boys from Silverton, and she is a fox.
She is. Well built, too. I mean, they buffed the painting on the wall over there.
We can't see the fox, but she is the fox. She's in the fox suit. But the thing is that she is extremely muscular looking in that fox suit.
Yes.
She's got muscles all over, and she's hanging on to her boyfriend in the fox suit. It makes a good scene.
Oh, what a chic. She's in the suit, right? I was a mascot once. I know the life.
I'm sure they'll get a shot of that. It'll be long remembered.
Yes.
Scott has the stats for the first half. They're not pretty. Silverton leads at 41-15 at this point. We'll take another timeout, get those stats, and we'll continue with the game tonight. Silverton, the Foxes, Lebanon, the Warriors on KGAL.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
Lassen RV in Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Good, tasty food. That's why Bing's Kitchen has been a lunch and dinner favorite for over 40 years. Choose Chinese or American meals that can satisfy the entire family or a gathering of up to 40 people on the South Santiam Highway in Lebanon. Choose Bing's Kitchen, where the food simply tastes best.
1580 KGAL.
We could use some volume if we can get it. A little hard to hear. In fact, you could not hear our station cue us here, but I believe we are back tonight at Silverton High School. 41-15, Silverton leading as they're on the floor warming up. What do they need to do that for?
No, they don't need to warm up,
They should be allowed to.
I think they should be deducted points for every shot they take. There's 4.
Here come the Warriors. How about the stats for the first half?
Well, you know, we only have a minute left, so I'll make it quick here. Leading score for Silverton is Preston Kirk. He has 9. Toby Ross has 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different players scored for Silverton. That's quite amazing. That's impressive. They just they spread the ball out really well. 21 rebounds for Silverton to 13 for the Warriors, and they got a lot of offensive rebounds. I don't know the exact number, but a lot. 7 of 10 from the free throw line for Silverton, 1 of 5 for the Warriors. So they didn't get there much, and they definitely didn't make them. With 14 turnovers in the first half, and Silverton with only 5. Well, they're definitely taking care of the ball. 4 points for Kendall Leffert to lead the way for the Warriors. CJ and Isaac and Jacob McConnell each had 3, and 2 points for Zach Short. And then it is 41-15. Silverton with the rout. Right.
Well, let's see how long we see the varsity players in the second half. They were there throughout the first half, and it looks like all of these players here that will take the floor initially for the second half are from the varsity. For the Warriors, it will be Ian Smith, Kendall Leffert, Isaac Johnson, C.J. Hargis, and Jake McConnell.
I told you, they're going to keep him in for a while.
Zach Gengler guiding Isaac Johnson. Johnson in the front court. Gets a little screen from C.J. Starts a drive. Down low. Has the ball knocked away. But it will still be Lebanon ball. 41-15. Silverton an impressive first half. Although they led by 19 at the end of the first quarter. A little better balance in the second quarter, but still very impressive for Silverton. Here's Hargis. Hargis just inside the free throw line. His shot no good. Rebound. Maddox does a good job putting it back up. And Smith, who got the shot? I think it was CJ.
I think so, too.
It came down quickly and it was screened, but I think CJ Hargis got that putback.
I'm giving it to CJ.
41-17 Warriors gets the first basket of the second half. Here's Toby Roth. Roth across court for Gengler. Gengler dishes this back outside for Toby. Down low. There's Bledsoe with a hook, left-handed hook, no good. Swatted outside by Ian Smith, and McConnell comes up with it. McConnell drives to the basket, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound, Ian Smith puts the left-hander up, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, and it will belong to Silverton. Didn't see who that was leaping out of bounds, but managed to push it back inbounds off the ankle of C.J. Hargis.
I think it was Toby Roth. I'm not sure. It's a great play by whoever it was for Silverton.
So Silverton will inbound. Just underway. Third quarter tonight at Silverton High School. Nice crowd here. It is a senior night. Big dance this evening. Shot for 3 by Joe Schaefer. No good. Hargis gets position over Bledsoe for the rebound. Down court to Ian Smith. Too long. Into the hands of Toby Roth. Roth looking for someone to pass it. Gets it to Kirk on the baseline. Faked Isaac into the air and then threw a cross-court pass much too high for Zach Gengler and right into his own bench.
But sloppy to start here for Silverton in the second half.
And Jake McConnell will take an inbounds pass and he'll bring it into front court. Not much pressure either from either team. Kendall Leffert, far side, guarded by Joe Schaefer. Holds on to the ball, gets a little screen, bounce pass now to Hargis. Hargis inside, down low, in the paint, in trouble, but brings it back out. Kendall Leffert again on the right side. Still guarded by Preston Kirk. Starts a little drive. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, tipped by Isaac Johnson. No, they'll say that Trevor Bledsoe in front of him got his hand on the ball. Tim Maddox will come in for Kendall Leffert. He will sit for a spell. 6:15 remaining in the third quarter. Bit of a slow start here in the first couple of minutes for both teams. C.J. Hargis looking for somebody to bounce it to. Gets it to Ian Smith. Puts up a shot. No good off the glass. Rebound. Tip from Bledsoe into the hands of Gengler. Here comes Gengler down court. Pulls up for the jumper. Won't go off the back iron. Tip back to Gengler. Pulls up again for 3, I believe. For 3. 44-17. Ball tipped right back to Gengler. He was all alone for that 3. They had an unobstructed look at the basket. 44-17 as Gengler hits for 3. And C.J. Hargis will inbound to eventually be met by Zach Gengler in the front court. Now Gengler tries for the steal. Doesn't get it. Hargis bounce pass to Johnson. Johnson puts a good move on his defender. Drives to the basket. Shot no good. Rebound to Joe Schaefer.
Warriors have missed a couple close to the cylinder today.
Toby Roth dishes it down low for Bledsoe, and Bledsoe at 6'6". If he's got that kind of opening, and he did, he's not going to miss, and he does not. 46-17.
And on the other side, Silverton is not missing near the rim. And they said he had stepped over the line while inbounding. Turnover.
So the Warriors give it right back, and Silverton has it. Here's a jump shot by Schaefer, down low, no good. Rebound, though, is fought for, and it may be a foul on it looks like they're coming back this way, so maybe it's on Bledsoe.
I think it is.
Trevor Bledsoe going up for the rebound, battling Tim Maddox. That's the far end of the gym here, is where at the end, just behind the Warriors bench. It's either Maddox or Bledsoe. It's Bledsoe who hit Maddox. He picks up the foul. Second team foul. Third for Trevor Bledsoe. Bounce past Maddox. Hands it to Hargis. Hargis to McConnell. Right in front of us. In front of the Warrior bench. Gets the screen. Drives to the basket. A block by Joe Schaefer. And knocked out of bounds. And Warriors will keep it. But Schaefer at 6'6", got up and blocked that ball. Knocked it out of bounds. CJ. Bounce pass into Leopard. Leopard looking for some help underneath as he's guarded by Schaefer. Bounce pass to Maddox. Maddox puts up a shot, no good, off the glass. Couldn't get it to go. Ball bounces off the hands of Maddox, and it's going to be a push on Tim. Josh Alley picks up the foul underneath.
Yeah.
So the first for Josh and the initial foul for Lebanon in the second half. Here's Toby Roth. Cross court for Gengler. Alley tried to knock it away. He did, but Gengler got it back. Gengler put up a shot, no good. Rebound. Bledsoe put it up, no good. Rebound to Tim Maddox, and Hargis hits it and brings it up court quickly. And it's knocked away from behind from Gengler, but it's knocked into the hands of Josh Alley, who with his back to the basket puts it up and in. Good fortune for the Warriors.
The right place at the right time. Three.
A shot for three by Gengler is no good. Again off, and look at that. He kind of stayed there for a second, right, Scott?
He does.
Stops the play. Gengler steals a pass. He'll drive to the basket against Alley. Puts up a shot. It is partially blocked, and the foul will be called on Alley, and Gengler hits the shot.
Yeah, he's all fine and dandy if he makes the shot, but if he doesn't, he'll sit there for a couple seconds. Yeah, I see that too. That's something you want in a team leader, you know.
So Gengler will go to the line, and that makes it 48-19. How about a hot and ready $5 pizza on a Friday night? You can do it from Little Caesars. The Warrior changes, we'll tell you in a moment. Near the River Center, the new and only Little Caesars in Lebanon. $5 pizza at the drive-up tonight. Here's Zach Gengler with the three-point possibility. Misses. Holds that hand high in the air and takes a deep breath and his shoulders sag. 48-19. And the foul is called on Joe Schaefer. 3 fouls now to Silverton in this half, 2 on the Warriors. C.J. Hargis, Jake McConnell, Josh Alley, Tyler Romeo, Kendall Leopard. Into Hargis. Hargis with a nice move on Bledsoe. Puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes off. Romeo gets the rebound. Dishes it outside for Jake McConnell. Swings it across the Leopard. Leopard with a jumper for 3. In and out, no good. Joe Schaefer tries to grab it, and I thought Schaefer knocked it out of bounds.
I thought so, too.
But I believe they'll say Josh Alley must have reached in the last second.
No, they changed it. It's a Warrior ball.
Okay. It certainly looked like Bledsoe knocked it out of bounds. So the Warriors will keep it. C.J. Hargis inbound. Long shot for 3 is no good by Jake McConnell, and he is knocked down on the shot, and he will get 3 free throws coming. First on Preston Kirby. For over 50 years, Mega Foods has offered the best quality and taste more than just a supermarket. Also a very good neighbor, Mega Foods, in Lebanon and in Albany. Jake McConnell hits the first, makes it 48-20. And a reminder from Victorian Chocolate Company, no matter the occasion, if you're looking for chocolates, the freshest are right there in Lebanon, in the Purple Building near Ralston Park. Get 2. Order them online at victoria-chocolate.com. Stop in and sniff sometime. You'll be amazed. Victorian Chocolate Company hits snow. And the battle on the rebound, Kendall Leopard is going to come over the back of Trevor Bledsoe, and he will knock Trevor to the ground. Second foul on Kendall. Fourth foul, and they'll be even at 4 fouls apiece. Or did they get it up? Maybe they got it up very quickly because it stays at 3. They must have. They're a lot faster on these scoreboards than my eyes are looking up.
They are.
Third foul on the Warriors. Here's Preston Kirk, little jumper from the baseline. Good. About 7 feet away from the basket, left baseline hit it. Here's the steal by Gingler on the inbounds pass, drives to the basket, and they'll wipe it off. His shot. And let's see.
Somebody's down.
Oh, C.J. Hargis is down, and his shoulder is injured. He hit the floor. I didn't see what happened, but his shoulder is hurt.
And he's
that smile. No, he is in pain. He is I did not see what happened out there.
Me neither.
But the shoulder is hurt. And the good thing is, as he gets up, he starts to move that shoulder. But he will come.
Now moving it
to the sidelines. He is really hurt. He is in pain. And now, even through that pain, and the pain may have brought some tears, it was great pain. He smiles, gets that little smile on his face. You love his disposition.
Yeah.
And he will take a seat at the far end of the bench, and now he starts to look better that he's not holding that shoulder any longer.
I didn't even see it happen, right?
That will be the fourth foul, however. It was a Warrior foul. He hit the floor, and it was on Tyler Romeo. Shot for 3 by Preston Kirk, and that was a long 3. Again, I don't think they're going to take that shot. He hit the same one earlier, a long 3. Here's Isaac Johnson, gets a little bit of a screen, runs into Kirk, pulls up on the dribble, passes down low for Tyler Romeo, and Tyler, as he starts to drive, loses it out of bounds, but knocked away by Silverton. Thought maybe went off the feet of Tyler, but knocked away by the Foxes. Josh Alley will inbound. Inbounds to Leopard. Leopard puts a shot up, can't get it to go, tries for the rebound. Instead, it's kicked into the hands of Preston Kirk for Gangler. Here comes Gangler against McConnell. Up and in. Woo! Gangler elevated that time. He is not that tall. What did he say? 6'2"? 6'2". He got up right near the rim and elevated it against McConnell. Here's Gangler down the floor. This time grabbed by Kendall Leopard. And they'll want an intentional foul by Kendall. Simply grabbed Gangler. He didn't. It was not the kind of foul Leopard could knock him to the ground. Yeah. He simply grabbed him.
Well, they changed it to an intentional.
It is an intentional foul. And it should be. I mean, he reached out and grabbed him.
Well, that's fine if it is, but then call it the first time, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think.
The crowd sounded like it was really a rough foul. It was not. It was a very gentle foul, but he fouled him intentionally and held him. And Gangler will go to the line, and he hits the first one on a good roll.
Yeah. He's not making it easy tonight.
Zach with a second shot, 56-21 shot in and out, no good. Little stump.
He's not happy.
They shouldn't point that out.
Well, no, I think it's good that you're pointing it out. I mean,
shouldn't pick on him. He's just such a good player. You want to see that all around.
Yeah.
Here's Toby Ross. Will inbound to Preston Kirk. Down low to Schaefer. Schaefer uses the backboard. No good.
Gangler.
And the rebound comes to Gangler, and Gangler battles for it. And reaching in is Tyler Romeo. Number 35, Tyler Romeo. So Tyler will pick up his fourth foul, and suddenly that's 6 fouls on the Warriors, 4 on Silverton. And Silverton will inbound with 2:53 remaining in the third quarter. The lead is 35, 56-21.
TJ's back in there, which is good to see.
Here's the pass to Gangler. Gangler down low for a Rock. Gangler for 3. In and out, no good. And the rebound, skying high, Tyler Romeo. C.J. Hargis for Smith. Smith will start the drive. He puts up a shot on the run, and he will be fouled either by Zach Gould or Toby Ross. Zach Gould. That's his second personal foul. 2 fouls on Zach, and the 5th on Silverton. Going to the line for a pair will be Smith. A reminder from Lynn Benton Community College: get started, get finished, and save a fund on education. Tuition, travel, housing, and prepare for approaching any career you might choose at Lynn Benton Community College. Get started, get finished. Lebanon, Albany, Sweet Home, and Corvallis. 2 free throws by Ian Smith. Both of them good. 56-23. Toby Roth. Underneath to Kirk. Kirk puts a shot up, and Kirk will be fouled, and he may be fouled by Ian Smith. And Kirk will go to the line for a couple, and the Warriors will have picked up their 7th team foul.
Foul number 35,
Tyler Romeo. Tyler Romeo with the foul.
Foul, 17 foul.
That's his 4th.
I thought it was...
Here's Preston Kirk. First shot is no good.
Yeah.
Preston with the second one coming. As Tyler Romeo will come out. C.J. Hargis, Josh Alley will check in. Shot is good. 57-23. Jake McConnell, C.J. Hargis, Josh Alley, Kim Maddox, and Ian Smith on the floor for the Warriors. McConnell with the ball outside. Looking for a little screen, starts the drive, dishes it back to C.J. on the bounce. C.J. spin move, puts up a floater, no good. Great spin move. Smith got the rebound and put it back. Great spin move, but it's tough on that much of the spin and that quick to get that shot off the glass and in. Yeah. Here's Preston Kirk, little jumper, short jumper, near the free throw line, and he hits. 59-25. McConnell, guarded by Preston Kirk, drives into the paint, puts a shot high off the glass, no good. Rebound came to Roth. He lost the handle. There's a battle for it. Josh Alley's got it back. Josh starts the drive, tries to dish it to Maddox, and it goes out of bounds.
Somebody's hurt down there for Silverton.
Silverton will be Silverton ball, and on the floor, let's see who got knocked down.
He immediately was grabbing the back of his leg, and he scooted. He was in the paint right under the basket. He scooted down low. He had a play.
It's Zach Gould. Number 24, Zach Gould, is a 6'2 senior, and he sits on the floor. He sits up now, but they're taking a look at the right leg, and it's an ankle. He's going to limp.
He's up.
He's going to limp off. He's walking under his own power. So it can't be too bad, and he heads towards the bench. He puts more and more weight on that foot. In fact, he looks rather normal as he finally takes a seat on the bench. Silverton with the lead, 59-25, just a minute 47 remaining, and only 9:47 remaining in the Warriors season. Season that has seen improvement. Season that makes us look forward to next year.
A lot of improvement.
Toby Roth, down low for Bledsoe. Trevor, now back to Roth. Roth starts a little move, has it knocked away from behind by Hargis, and still had a chance to shoot it. A wild shot off the backboard. Warriors got the rebound. McConnell drives. McConnell is blocked by Joe Schaefer, and they'll call Joe Schaefer for a foul. That will be the 6th team foul, but it will be in the act of shooting.
Number 10.
Trevor Bledsoe. Well, I missed the last couple.
16 foul.
I thought it was going to be on Kirk. So, we were wrong.
They have got them on the way to the basket, which can happen.
Yeah.
Jake McConnell. This is the first free throw. Jake was fouled in a three-point shot just a while ago. Hit the first two, missed the third. So now 2 out of 4 and 2 out of 5 if he misses both. 59-25, 1:24, third quarter. Toby Roth flips the ball. Toby underneath to Schaefer along the baseline. Back outside to Toby. Now again on the baseline for 3. No good by Schaefer. Grabs his own rebound as it came off the iron. Missed another shot. Tips it up again and got it. Third shot. If at first and if the second time he goes to Keith, try a third.
He was just padding his rebounding stats. Right?
Finally the tip, and he's 6'6".
Yes, that's pretty much all you need to say is that he is 6'6".
There's Alley for 3 off the front iron. It's no good. Preston Kirk gets the rebound, and Jake McConnell may be the one that reached in. Now it's Jake or Josh Alley, but I believe it's McConnell got the hand on it.
He got that one right.
Our faith is restored. The foul is on Jake, and that's his 4th, so he will take to the bench for a time. Yeah. The 8th Warrior foul, and a 1-and-1 coming here for Preston Kirk. Preston does not hit the 62nd point of the game, and for Silverton, Warriors get the rebound. Ian Smith got it to Hargis. Hargis down low to Maddox. Maddox back outside for Alley for 3. Alley for 3, no. Won't go. Chasing it down to let it roll out of bounds. And Silverton will have it. Toby Roth will inbound for Joe Schaefer. Schaefer back to Roth. Roth gets by Skylar Garber in the ballgame. Now down low, he hits Susic for three. He likes that corner. And the rebound comes to Roth. Goes left to right on the basket, lays it up and in. 63-25 underneath the basket. Nice, always a nice layup to come underneath. I love those kind of wraparound shots.
Right. Well, something everybody can do, but it looked nice when he did it.
Quick.
Yeah.
Very smooth. Trevor Bledsoe fouls Ian Smith.
He fouls out.
Oh, that's 5 on Trevor, so he is gone. And Trevor Bledsoe departs for the night, and Matthew Ellis comes in.
Bledsoe finishes the night with 8 for Silverton.
So there is 6 foot inches of Silver Fox basketball that will disappear for the night.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
As Ian Smith hits the free throw, makes it 63-26. The first game was 83-40 in favor of Silverton, but they really went on a run in the fourth quarter. There's another free throw by Ian Smith, 63-27. 7 seconds remaining. Toby Roth dishes in the corner. Preston Kirk will have to put up a shot at the buzzer, and he hits for 2. 65-27, a tough shot right around the defender. 65-27, Preston Kirk for 2 at the buzzer. 3 quarters gone tonight, and Silverton very much in command. 65-27, the Foxes lead it. We'll be back to finish up the game of the Warrior season in just a bit. Warrior basketball continues at 1580 KGAL.
Doug Phillips, financial advisor with Edward Jones, is proud to sponsor Lebanon Warrior Sports on KGAL. Doug Phillips' Edward Jones office is on the corner of South Main and Walker, near the post office in Lebanon. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Need tires? Hi, this is Don from Conegat Tire Factory. From lawnmowers to tractors, cars, and trucks, we have what you need. And Conegat Tire's ASE certified mechanics can help you with your brakes, shocks, struts, alignment, oil changes, and stuff you won't believe. Even propane for your barbecue and RV. Conegat Tire Factory, still at the Y in Lebanon.
You'll always get your money's worth where the food is fresh and original at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Roberto and his staff will provide a fun and affordable dining experience. So visit Ixtapa on the corner of Highway 20 and Wheeler Street, where parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet.
The Walmart Superstore is exactly that. One superstore with virtually everything you might have on your shopping list. Everything you need, a great selection, and of course, lower prices always. The Walmart Superstore in Lebanon.
KGAL.
Final quarter of the night, final quarter of the season for the Warriors, down 65-27 to Silverton. And Silverton has possession to start the quarter. Matthew Ellis. Back outside for Jonas Dahl. Cole Chandler. So they will go to the bench now to start the fourth quarter. Across to Susic. Almost lost. Susic gets it back. Dishes it in the corner for Jonas Dahl. Dahl loses Josh Alley. Passes it outside for Cole Chandler for 2. And he hits just inside the three-point arc. Quick ball movement. Good passes. Good crisp passes. And finally Dahl was open and hit the 2-point shot. 67-27. Ball knocked away from Josh Alley, but knocked out of bounds by Silverton.
Hopefully this fourth quarter is better than the first meeting. It was 24-6. Silverton outscored the Warriors in that fourth quarter. So hopefully,
a quarter you would finally expect that night for the Warriors to make a run because the started to put you out.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you're deep on the bench and you get the players we talked about earlier, you get the players from the bench to come in. This is their only shot. They're not going to take it easy.
No, they're going to keep the pressure on just as much as the first string. So
right down to the end.
We'll see.
Warriors with the ball. C.J. Hargis back in the ball game. Appeared to have hurt his shoulder earlier. It's nice to see him back in. Ian Smith with the ball. Ian backs up. Ian looking for some help. Now he turns against Matthew Ellis. Puts up a hook shot. No good. Colson Shanks tried to get the rebound, tipped it into the hands of Jonas Dahl, and Dahl is fouled by Tyler Romeo. Or is it simply out of bounds? No, out of bounds. No foul. Silverton regains possession. They swing it inbounds. Cole Chandler, down low for Susic. Susic's underneath to Schaefer. Schaefer is blocked by Leopard, but they will call a foul on Kendall Leopard. That will be his third.
Foul on number 24, Kendall Leopard. That's his
fourth. fourth foul. Fourth for Kendall. 9 fouls on the Warriors, and Schaefer was fouled in the act of shooting, so he has 2 coming. 67-27, with 6:54 remaining in this game tonight, and he hits the first. R.J. Armstrong and Associates, masters of underground and excavation work for individuals or commercial business. Call them at 451-4286. Second shot is not good. Rebound tipped by Ian Smith, and he finally comes up with it, battling against Jonas Dahl. Here's C.J. for Kendall Leppard, far side. Kendall has the ball knocked away by Dahl. R.J. Armstrong and Associates, long-time Warrior supporters. If you need any kind of work, underground work, excavation work at your home or office, call R.J. Armstrong and Associates. Like all of our sponsors, local people who take great pride in what they do. Ball knocked away from behind from Tyler Romeo. And let's see who gets the foul. Number 25, Matthew Willett has his first. And it's the 8th foul, so it's still a 1-on-1 for Tyler. Tyler Romeo does not hit the first shot, but the rebound comes to Ian Smith, who has it stripped away by Matthew Willis. Willis. Ian Susich will put up the 3. Thought about it, thought better of it, didn't take it. Instead, a shot for Cole Chandler is no good. 3-point effort, no good. Jonas Dahl gets the rebound, puts it back, and he is fouled.
We've seen it a lot in the season. Too many offensive rebounds, and that was just another one. Good fight down there by Jonas Dahl. Gets the board, gets the layup, and earns the 3-point opportunity.
Jonas Dahl at 6'2", 185. This is the free throw. The foul incidentally on Colson Shanks was first. Tyler Romeo for 2, no good. The rebound comes into the hands of Susich. Long pass down court. Got it to Jonas Dahl, and he did a beautiful job of finishing. I thought that ball was going to go out of bounds. He grabbed it right near the baseline and then got underneath, turned, and put it up and in. Nice move by Jonas. That wasn't easy. It looked like the ball was going to be thrown away. Here's the give and go to Tyler Romeo, puts it up and in. 72-29. 72-29. They scored 83 the first time Silverton did.
I think they're going to score more than that, right?
Here's Cole Chandler, maybe a travel, not called. The shot up was no good. Tip though back to Susich. He'll try for 3. He's got 3 on the night. He misses this one. Rebound comes to Lebanon. Here's Ian Smith down court. Ian takes it to the basket. Oh! As he takes Ian Susich out of his basketball sneakers.
Good fake.
And then got around him and put it up and in. Timeout for Silverton, 5:22 remaining, 72-31. It will be a 30-second timeout. We'll take 30 seconds on KGAL.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
KGAL.
72-31, Silverton looking very impressive tonight, and they just mentioned on their public address system the first playoff game will be 1 week from tonight, 7 o'clock here at Silverton. Ranked number 3 in the state, they will meet a team ranked much lower. It'll be just 1 step, 1 victory, and they'll be on their way to back tonight for the playoffs.
Yes.
In a little more than a week. Here's Matthew Willis. Brings it around Jonas Dahl. Susich. Preston Kirk back in the ball game. They've got some of the starters back in. Jonas Dahl for Susich. He starts the drive. His ball is blocked by Ian Smith. Smith into the hands of Colson Shanks. Bounce pass to Hargis. Hargis bounce pass to Romeo. He has the ball knocked away from behind, and the ball tried to strip it out of the hands here is Matthew Willis. And they will call a possession error. And that will belong to the Warriors. Tyler Romeo will sit. Colson Shanks will come on. C.J. Hargis will also come on. Jake McConnell, Ian Smith, Tim Maddox, Zach Short, and Kendall Leppard in the ballgame for the Warriors. Here's Jake McConnell on the inbounds pass. Started by Willis. McConnell to the dribble. Right hand now turns. Drives towards the basket. He's fouled from behind. Picks up the foul. Did a nice job of getting around his defender. Cole Chandler has his first of the night. 9th foul. And it's a 1-and-1 for Jake McConnell. And Jake, no, 2 shots.
And a safe shoot.
So Jake sets for a second. He has missed 4 in a row and makes 5 straight that he has missed. And a foul on the rebound. And the foul will go against the Warriors. Ian Smith trying to get that rebound, commits his 4th foul.
You know, Silverton's done a lot of things well tonight. Surprisingly, one has not been free throws. 10 of 19 at the line tonight.
2 shots here because they're in the double bonus.
Yeah.
And Jonas Dahl does not hit the first of the 2. Second shot coming up. The Warriors girls basketball team is doing well. They are in 3rd place in the standings.
Yes. And that's, I think, where they're going to finish.
9-4 are the Corvallis and Lebanon, both at 9-4. Does Corvallis have a tiebreaker with them? Here's Kendall Leppard, a little drive to the basket. Can I get the shot to go off the glass? But the rebound to Ian Smith. He puts it back. No good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Matthew Willis. Feeds it to Ian Susich, and he will bring it up court to Preston Kirk. Preston swings it wide to the left side. Here's Dahl. Gets Smith into the air, and then loses the handle out of bounds. And will they call a foul? And let's see. The foul is going against Tim. It's on Ian. That is his 5th. So Ian reluctantly comes to the sidelines, but a lot of basketball left. He is a 6'5" sophomore. He played terrific ball, and that's one of the reasons for great hope for the future.
Yeah, he's going to be key in the next 2 years. For how much success the Warriors have, it's going to depend on how much he can do. I really think.
Shot is good by Jonas Dahl. You know, they have not had somebody with real size, I'm talking about height here, who really had graceful moves under the basket, and he does. That's the piece that's been missing.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I think, depending on what's going to happen, it's going to depend on him because he's going to be big. They're going to need a guy down low. He's going to have good size. Hopefully he keeps growing a little bit, but I'm afraid that he might be stopped. But still, 6'5" is not a bad size.
74-31 after the free throw. There's 4:10 left in the game tonight. We'll take a 30-second timeout on KGAL.
Has your stove lost its heat? Is your fridge or freezer no longer cold? Does your washer leave soap in your clothes, or has your dryer stopped tumbling? Then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 259-1131, of course. Like New Appliance, where every appliance shines like new.
Lynn Lane's in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
The place to bowl is Lynn Lane's Bowling Center on South Main Road in Lebanon. And the people are real nice. And the Head Pin Restaurant, I'd go there even if the bowling alley wasn't attached.
Good family fun. Bowling.
1580 KGAL.
74-31. Silverton with the lead. 4:10 remaining in the game and the season. We're talking about the Lebanon girls basketball team. West is far and away the best team in the league against the girls' side, as they are 13-0, 14-0 after tonight. They beat South Albany, 23-0 on the season.
Yeah.
And they will be home for a playoff game next week, hoping to get back to Matthew Knight. They were in the championship game a couple of years ago, led by Samantha Signer, but her sister is quite a ball player.
Well, that genetic thing, right?
Yeah, that whole genetic thing again. Corvallis and Lebanon both at 9-4. We're not sure what the tiebreaker would be there, but we will, I think, be following the Lebanon girls in the playoffs. Here's Jake McConnell on a three-point shot that was partially blocked, perhaps, and the rebound will be a possession arrow between Preston Kirk and Ian Smith, and it will belong to Silverton.
And hopefully that means they'll finish in the top 8 and get the first midweek bye and play next Friday against somebody.
They are now ranked number 8 by the OSAA. The first 8 teams do not have to play on Wednesday. Here's McConnell with a steal to the basket and puts it up and in. I'm not sure if he wanted to get up and try a dunk there, because
I think he was trying.
He got his hand into the net, but he still got it to go by putting the ball basically just over the top of the rim, and it came down off the glass. It looked like he was trying to elevate rather than bank it off the glass. He wanted to get up over the rim for the dunk. Here's Kendall Leopard on a steal underneath, but now reaching in is Preston Kirk, and Preston is not prestidigitation there. Instead, it will be a foul. And it will be the 10th foul, so Kendall Leopard will be shooting. Both teams now in the double bonus, so it'll really slow things down. Thank you very much. To the end of the game, 3:27 remaining. Kendall Leopard to shoot a pair, perhaps the final time of his high school career at the line. Great force, both in the football team and certainly the enforcer on the basketball team, and this is the first shot. I wonder when it became part of the ritual of basketball for the two players nearest the foul shooter, in this case would be Tim Maddox and Tyler Loney, to come out and slap hands with the shooter. You see it on every team.
Yeah.
When we were younger, we just stood there and were disgusted that they missed the shot.
I don't know the answer to that, Ray.
Kendall misses both free throws. The Warriors not shooting well from the line, and the rebound to Jonas Dahl. Cole Chandler for three, off the mark. No good. Rebound up to Joe Schaefer. He goes back and puts it in. Easy to say and easily done because he is 6'6", 76-33, and a foul here at the other end. They will have a couple more shots. This one in the act of shooting. Jake McConnell is fouled. He will be at the line for two. I believe he's missed 5 straight after he was fouled in the act of shooting a three-point shot. Hit the first two, missed, and then has missed a pair twice. So he's missed the last 5. That foul was an Ian Susic, his second, and it's now 6 straight. Those first 2 of the 3 shots that he had were really fine. He was very smooth.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's not just him, the whole team. I have the team at 7 of 21 from the free throw line.
Shot is good. All right, he breaks the streak. And it's 76-34, Silverton in front. We're coming down the final 3 minutes tonight. And final 3 minutes of the season.
Yeah.
Matthew Willett starts the drive against Tyler Romeo. Loses the ball, knocked away by Leopard, but Silverton gets it back. Matthew Willett swings it left. He and Susic guarded by Zach Short in the ball game. Willett, Joe Schaefer playing well outside. He'll try for 3. Off the iron, no good, and the rebound saved by Silverton as Cole Chandler got it on the far side of the floor. Chandler throws it across court for Susic. Susic starts the drive on the baseline, puts up a shot, and somehow he got that to go.
A wild one.
Underneath, off balance. Here's McConnell on a good feed to the basket, and again, this time he slams it in 2 hands. I swear he's trying to get up there to dunk.
I think so. Well, he knows it's his last chance. Try to get a dunk here.
You generally don't shoot a layup that way. Here's Matthew Willis driving the baseline. It's no good. The ball strips Maddox.
Here we go.
Here he comes the other end. He tries. No, he just missed the shot because he didn't go up. Maddox battles for the ball near midcourt. He gets it back. Here's McConnell for 3. Yeah, he got it. All right.
Somebody gets to dunk that one.
78-39. Good for him.
He's having himself quite a game.
You know, he was all alone, but that time he didn't even bother to go up. I think he wanted to cross everyone up.
Maybe.
Here's Silverton with the ball, and a foul will be called against Lebanon because he didn't bother to elevate up the shot. I think he was trying to shock everybody by just dipping it up, and he missed the shot.
Trying to get too fancy there, maybe.
First personal foul.
The first foul is called on Zach Short. And everybody in the double bonus. There are 2 shots here for number 3 on the opposing team. Ian Susic, and he misses the first.
That was an ugly shot.
It may have been that Jake was simply so tired from trying about 3 efforts to get it over the top. Maybe
that could be.
Maybe he didn't have anything left in the legs.
He did try a couple times. That could be.
Ian Susic misses the bounce pass from McConnell. Cross court for Zach Short will be too hard. Short on the run, and the ball wound up a little bit behind him. Had the right idea.
Yeah.
And it's thrown into the Warrior bench. And Silverton will inbound down to 1:37 remaining. Jonas Dahl inbounds to Joe Schaefer. And Schaefer brings it up to front court. Schaefer, one of the starters, still in the ball game. Coach Langley, thank you very much for keeping your starters in, as you said you would do.
I'm just saying that's what I would do if I was a coach.
Here's Jonas Dahl, swings it across for Chandler. Chandler guarded by Kendall Leopard. Ball knocked away by Lebanon, but then saved, but inbound to Romeo. Tyler Romeo is all alone. He goes to the basket, and he tries to dunk it, and he can't get it to go. He tried to get it to go, could not get it, and then hung on the backboard, hung on the rim, rather. Well, and the ball will go over to Silverton.
He's got it there. The ball just wouldn't go through, right?
Tyler Romeo at 6'1", got out there, but could not quite get high enough to get it down, to push it down.
And I think by the time he decided to dunk it, he was too far. He couldn't get a good jump on it.
Ian Susic, no good. And the rebound, Zach Short tries the ball all the way down to Romeo. The ball goes, he actually hit the bottom of the backboard, and Silverton's got it. Susic on the run. Spin move, drives it, put it up. Underhanded scoop layup, no good. Susic got his own rebound, and then he loses it off his knees out of bounds. And Lebanon will take it with 40 seconds remaining.
It's nice to see him kind of just having a little fun here in the last few minutes. You know, Kevin was up. He was smiling after the miss.
Have we ever seen any Warrior dunk? Not to my knowledge.
I don't think so.
Here's Kendall Leffler with a shot to the outside. No good, a three-point shot. The rebound, though, came to Tyler Romeo, and he cleaned it up.
That would have been a first, to my knowledge.
78-41. 23 seconds remaining. 20 seconds to go. They could keep the ball for 20 seconds if they wish. Silverton went and Matthew Willis backs up a little bit, trying for the steal. Jake McConnell can't quite get it, and Joe Schaefer grabs it and then looks at McConnell and says something. I guess they share a smile, actually. And they will finish the season. Silverton hangs onto the ball in the hands of Jonas Gall. They will finish a perfect season in the Mid-Willamette Conference at 14-0. And basically, nobody really gave them a good run for their money. They'll certainly get it in the state tournament, but they dominated play in the league. Close games, closer games against West Albany, but there was little doubt about the outcome even in those games. And the one-sided victories over basically everybody else in the league. And tonight, that one-sided victory is 78-41. They won the first meeting 83-40. So Warriors did a little better.
Yeah, they didn't. I said they were going to increase the score. They did not.
Slowed down a little bit at the end of the ball game, but they win it handily, 78-41. We'll take this time out. We'll come back and we will finish up our game and the season of Warrior basketball in just a bit.
Serving the Mid-Valley for 37 years with collision, mechanical, glass, and RV repair, Pacific Auto Services is now Stavros Auto Services. Same people, same commitment to excellence. You've got their name on it. Call Stavros Auto Services at 541-926-7248.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E Tangent.
Need extra money? H&R Block offers the Emerald Advance, a line of credit up to $1,000 that you can start using today. No W-2 required. Stop by a participating office to apply or call 1-800-HR-BLOCK to learn more. H&R Block Emerald Advance, line of credit offered through H&R Block Bank. Member FDIC, participating offices subject to credit approval. Free supply. See HR Block/Emerald Advance for details. 2012 HRB Tax Group Incorporated offered January 15, 2013. OVTP B1550.
Hi, this is Serena at your neighborhood H&R Block in Albany, Lebanon, Corvallis. Call us today at 541-928-6432 and see what it means to never settle for less when it comes to your taxes.
Taking a detour down a gravel road isn't fun for you or your tires. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, all of our car or pickup tires come with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda Superstore.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Well, it's a nice moment for the seniors. There are three seniors. They were starters, Jacob McConnell, and also Tim Maddox and Kendall Leffler. They're having their picture taken together. They also, the three of them had a picture taken with Coach Johnson, and I think each of them had a picture individually with Coach Johnson as well. Three players who will be missed. The Warriors win it. The Warriors lose it tonight, 78-41. Silverton wins it and goes undefeated on the season at 14-0. They are now 20-4 for the year. And those losses were in the preseason, of course, and they were against some very good opposition, playing some 6A teams that are very good quality 6A teams to whom they lost. Kendall Leffler's mom is right in front of us. Did a good job not to say anything untoward tonight. while we had the microphone open. And congratulations to your son. Your son was very nice to watch in both football and basketball. We called him, I know it is so hard because it's another phase of life. But we called him the enforcer on our team. We called him the enforcer on the team because he really was, he was the force underneath. He was the power. Silverton wins it this evening, 78-41, and I'm not sure how many breaks down we need in the game. There weren't a lot of timeouts through the third quarter, but I think maybe we made up for it. We'll see. I know Scott may still be putting together the stats for the night, so we'll take one more break if we need it. And there,
thank you.
There is Mrs. Maddox.
Oh, it even has my name on it.
Who became the angel of basketball mercy. Oh my gosh!
Oh, hey, it has your name on it. You can't eat that.
I have to tell, this Tim Maddox's mom, and I'm sorry I don't know your first name, but has handed out cookies, and it was a muffin at the West Albany game. It was an outstanding treat. And I was so offended that you were giving cookies to the crowd earlier and that we didn't get one. And the reason was because you had our names on it. Scott has a cookie. I have one with my name on. I'm so sorry that I bad-mouthed you earlier, which I didn't do, by the way. I did not do, but was thinking about it. Thank you so much. Very nice.
Thanks.
And Tim Maddox looks like a very pleasant young man, too. Congratulations. We will take this timeout if we need one more timeout tonight. If we do, and if not, we'll stay here. Do we need it? Let's go.
Albany Burgerville is now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese on a toasted hoagie roll and the chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd.
1580 KGAL.
Oh, now we're back. Now we're back. All right. Talking to some of the parents here. It's also a passage for us, too, because we meet many of the parents during their years in the high school ball, and then you kind of lose track and meet others. It's always a nice group of people. But this cookie with our names on it, that's hard to beat.
I'm gonna take a picture of that before you eat it, because that was nice of them.
And I did say to Scott off the air, I'm surprised we didn't get a cookie during halftime. McConnell's were handing out cookies, and it's mostly the Lebanon crowd here, but they were handing them out to people in the crowd. Come down and grab a cookie. They had several pans full of cookies tonight that they made. It's an interesting thing.
Well, and at the Woodburn game on Tuesday, we got brownies that we were handed out, and they were delicious. And I was like, well, I was a little surprised we didn't get one, but I wasn't going to say, hey, we didn't get a cookie.
And the muffin at West Albany and the cookies in between has been a nice year. Not a good game tonight, but we expected a very tough game from Silverton. It was from the outset as they took a 22-3 advantage after one quarter and finally won it 78-41. Anything else? What do you have from West tonight? West girls win. South, they did win.
I don't think I ever got a final score. I'll send them a text here.
All right. Well,
for a couple.
Let's do the stats.
Okay. That's fine.
All right.
I did get a Robbie texted me and said the girls won 58-38. Lebanon girls. So you're just going to have to check and wait. The rankings freeze tomorrow. The important thing is to see what happens because Corvallis and Crescent Valley are playing tonight, and so maybe Corvallis might lose that game or something. I don't know. It's a rivalry. You never know. And so we'll see. But I think the Warriors, the girl Warrior basketball team is going to stay in that 8th spot. But you're going to have to check on the OSA website on Sunday when they put up the official bracket
at worst, they would finish in a tie for second because they go to 10-4. If Corvallis wins, they'll be 10-4.
Right. And so that means they're going to host a playoff game either Tuesday or Friday. So that's good.
Silverton falls to 5-9 in the girls' conference. Does that mean anything? They are among the lower teams. Would that perhaps weaken the strength of schedule? They beat Silverton. That's hard to tell.
Yeah, I think they were still in the 20s, in the low 20s, even though with their bad record. So I'm not sure how much it would affect them. You know, they did beat Woodburn and went down to 8th. So, but like I said on the drive up here, nobody was really close to the Warriors. They had about a 5-point cushion, and that's kind of a lot to make up in one game. So
you pointed out on the way up, though, they won the other night. They won handily against Woodburn, but because it was Woodburn, and Woodburn is in last place in our league, they probably fell to 2. Well, they're playing Dallas tonight, but they probably fell to 2-12 because they're not considered a strong team. Despite the fact that Lebanon dominated the other night, they fell in the OSA rankings based on this strength of schedule thing.
I'm not going to, sit here and try to say that I know everything about them because I really don't know anything. But it was a weaker team that they beat, so essentially they went down because of it. But the team that jumped them, Summit, they lost last night against a lower division team. I think somebody from 4A maybe. So they dropped, and I think they're going to hang on to that 8th spot. So they're going to play Tuesday or Friday at home. Hopefully it's Friday because that means if they win, they'll be 1 win away from Matthew Knight. So just look on the OSA website on the weekend, and you'll know for sure.
With Solid losing last night, that's how Lebanon got back into the 8th position.
Yeah.
And those first 8 teams get a bye on next Wednesday and will not play until Friday. We'll try to cover the girls' basketball games for Lebanon. The irony of it quickly is that in the other night, if they were 8th before the game, which they were, regardless of what you consider the team that they beat, how strong they may be, it's crazy in the way that they do the rankings to suddenly drop you because you beat this team, but they're ranked rather low. Why would you fall in the rankings if you win the game? If you were good enough before the game at number 8, how could you be lower than that? That said,
I agree. I mean, I don't feel like you should lose, especially this late in the year when so much is on the line. You should lose your spot, even though you won the game.
Unless somebody that was number 9 beat the number 1 team in the state.
Right. Then I can understand.
And that didn't happen.
But then the fact that they would jump you for a good reason. It wasn't because of anything.
But it didn't happen.
No. All right. So the final stats of the year, like you said, not really good, but not really unexpected either. Silverton out-rebounded the Warriors 44-34. Free throws were a struggle for both teams. I was really surprised at Silverton. They were 12 of 25 at the line, under 50% for Silverton. They're going to have to get that under control if they want to make a run at the state title. And the Warriors, probably the worst free throw shooting night we've seen, 8 of 22 at the line. Probably the worst, if not at least one of the worst. Silverton had 14 turnovers on the night. They got a little bit sloppy in the second half. The Warriors finished with 24 turnovers. For Silverton, let's see here. Preston Kirk was the leading scorer with 19 points. Zach Gingler had 14. Didn't look great tonight. He missed a lot of shots, and like I said, the attitude maybe wasn't, all there. Toby Roth had 10, so kind of a slow night for him. Ian Susic off the bench had 6. Jonas Dahl had 6 also for them. For the Warriors, Jacob McConnell led the way with 13 points. Good to see Jacob, a senior, in his final game, get 13. Ian Smith finished with 8 tonight, 5 for C.J. Hargis, 4 for Kendall Leffert, 4 for Tyler Romeo, 3 for Isaac Johnson, who really didn't play that much in the second half. 2 for Ian, Zach Short, had 2, and Josh Dowley also had 2, and that is the final.
The Warriors drop it 78 to 41. Our congratulations to the seniors on the team, and there are just 3. We have noted in the last couple of games that we have covered teams that are truly senior-dominated. For example, Silverton, Zach Gingler is a senior. Joe Schaefer is 6'6", played a long part of the game tonight, a starter. He is a senior. Trevor Bledsoe is a senior. Preston Kirk is a senior. And Toby Roth is a senior. And those are 5 big players for Silverton who will be lost the next year. Out of the players that we called tonight, Ian Susic, who hit a couple of threes, looked like he could be a good shooter, is back. He's a junior. Jonas Dahl, who came in for a spell, is a junior. Matthew Willis a junior, but that's an awful lot of seniors departing that team next year.
Yeah.
And they have Matthew Willis at 6'5", but he saw limited time tonight. There could really be a turnover that might hurt them badly next year. You never know. Junior varsity may have some talent as well. But for the Warriors, just 3 seniors, Jacob McConnell, who will be missed, particularly for the defensive pressure and the hustle that he had. Kendall Leopard, for his presence under the basket. He was the enforcer for the Warriors. They needed somebody to rebound and battle players. He is only 6'2". He's a sizable individual, but only 6'2", and he would always battle taller players, and in some cases, not just tall, but sizable players in terms of weight as well.
Yeah.
And did a heck of a job at doing it. And Tim Maddox, who was always there, another person I would say with a great disposition.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of those quiet leaders. I would think he didn't do. He wasn't going to lead the team in scoring, many of the nights, but he was always out there. He was a calming presence, really, and he played great when he was out there, and he used his size to his advantage. It was great to see.
And I thought there was definite improvement in his game as he played through the senior year.
Yeah, I saw improvement from last year to this year, and definitely from the start of this year to the end of this year. He got much more aggressive. Getting the rebounds, getting up there, getting more active in the game. I think it was very impressive.
A couple of times when Kendall Leopard, who would pick up some fouls as the enforcer, went out of the game, Tim would be in and did a great job. Tim Maddox is not that tall at 6'3", but he would do a great job on the boards as well and was always in there battling. 3 seniors who will be missed. But we've talked about the hope for the future. Josh Alley, a junior. Ian Smith is just a sophomore. Colson Shanks is a junior. Isaac Johnson is a freshman. Tyler Young, a junior. And, Tyler Romeo, who saw the action really for the varsity, is a sophomore. Tyler Young, who saw some time came up from the junior varsity, is just a junior. And Zach Short is just a freshman. He showed some talent. There are some players who really have great talent. What they need, the Ian Smith, I think, finally provides them with some size underneath and who can handle the ball well underneath. Does it very smoothly underneath. We haven't seen that in the players that had size for the Warriors in the last few years. Some bigger guys, but not a lot of smooth grace, as I call it, under the basket.
Yes.
Ian has that. One thing that they still lack that we haven't seen in the last few years is that outside shooter that can hit the threes and hit it regularly.
Yeah, Isaac might be that guy.
Maybe so.
I'm not sure. He has the potential to light it up, but the thing everyone's got to remember is that he's a freshman.
Yeah.
And, it's different. He was playing with 8th graders last year. Now he's playing with juniors and seniors and playing pretty well. But he definitely could be one. Ian Smith, like you said, is going to be a key piece next year. I've seen loads of improvement in just this year for Ian. I remember earlier in the year, I figured I kind of thought that he hadn't really got into his body yet. But I think he's starting to understand and use that body to his advantage. Let me see here. Chad Nissen, who worked his way into the starting role because of his defense. He's played great defense all year, and the offense will come. He's an athletic kid. He's a guard. Maybe he'll be that shooter that they need. He's yeah. I've watched him in the JV games a few times, and he can light it up from 3. So,
And I didn't mention C.J. Hargis as a junior, who has great ball handling capabilities. He can be a very consistent point guard. He likes to get inside. The one thing he needs is that grace that I talked about.
Yes.
Sometimes when he gets inside, it's come hell or high water. He's got to get to the basket.
That's right.
Many times it's boats that come.
Yeah.
He just, but he's got good moves to get inside, and he's not afraid to charge the basket.
Yep.
With his size at 6'1", and in his senior year, he may become very dominant. There is great hope for the next season, and we have not. It's not that we say this every year when we sign off. I don't think we've said it yet in any of the years we've signed off.
I would agree. I don't think this is the 4th year that you and I have done games together, and I don't think I've ever looked forward to a season more than I do next season because just everything that they have coming back, and the fact that they did win 5. Technically they won 5 games, but realistically we know they won 6. That's an improvement from last year. They won 11 games in the last 2 years, and the fact is most of their young impact players were young, and they're all going to be back. And the key thing is I hope Kevin decides to stick around and build this because if he does, he's the type of guy that can get it changed around, and you've seen it. It's already starting, so I'm very excited for next year.
Should mention the coach as well, Kevin Johnson. You watch him on the bench, and you're very impressed with him. Impressed how he works with the young people. They obviously like him. You can see that. He doesn't scream or yell at them. He exhorts them, despite the fact that you see some things that are really tough for a coach to take. And he says that, it's hard to lose. Well, he's been a winner in college. Won a state championship at his division of college in Oklahoma.
Yeah, and he's also coached and won state titles. Also, they're turning the lights off on us. we better call it short. But he is an impressive man, and one that you would want your young people playing for. All of that comes together. The future may be bright. We thank you for joining us for football and basketball this year. We should be carrying some spring baseball games again, I believe. That will be a ways off yet, but not that far. And I believe that we will be carrying the Lebanon Warriors basketball game. Hopefully, the first game, if they get it by, will be next Friday at home. Then it would be one win and on to the Matthew Knight Arena, and we would cover them there. So stay tuned in the mornings. The morning update, 5:30 to 9. Mark Workhoven and me, and we will give you the information on our next broadcast for the Lebanon High School girls. That's it for the season, Scott. I can't thank you enough. I appreciate your younger eyes. At 35, I'm getting up there in years. You're getting up there. Well, you're very welcome. I'd like to thank you, Ray. Thanks for this great opportunity to sit here with you and call an exciting season.
I'm a nice person to sit next to.
You really are. I mean, I can't believe you are.
Don't say that. Don't say that. And it is great to have another pair of eyes, because the vantage point from which we watch the game, sometimes when you're calling the game, it is very difficult from up high or whatever to see the whole floor and to see the various things. It is really a pleasure to have you along, to be able to watch, the various things that go on the floor and to assist. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you, Chris Adams, who was our board operator through the season. You are the best board operator we've had. You're really very smooth, and we appreciate that. And thank you for listening. All of our sponsors, we thank them. If you need those products or services, please stop by and thank them for making our broadcast possible. Final score tonight. Until next season for basketball, and our next big one is baseball, then football again in the fall. Final score here this evening, Silverton moves on 78-41.
Thanks for listening to tonight's broadcast of Lebanon High School Sports on 1580 KGAL. Warriors basketball has been brought to you by Economy Supply Building Center, Mama's Fine Italian, City and Suburban Electric, Lassen RV, Doug Phillips of Edward Jones, Power Honda, Stavros Auto Services, Ixtapa Mexican Restaurant, Linco Federal Credit Union, Burgerville, Crabtree Automotive, Walmart, H&R Block, Lynn Lanes, Willamette Community Bank, Les Schwab Tires of Lebanon, Bing's Kitchen, Like New Appliance, Lynn Benton Tractor, Wilson Motors, and by Kanega Tire Factory. Listen throughout the season for more exciting Warriors basketball action. This broadcast is exclusive property of Eads Broadcasting, News Talk 1580 KGAL, and Radio Scott Productions. U.S. copyright law protects this broadcast. Duplication or rebroadcast of any portion of this program is strictly prohibited without prior written consent. We now join our regular programming.
Into the woods and onto the waters. Listen to Northwestern Outdoors, Saturday nights on Smart Talk 1580.